Welcome back. You are now looking at the pages area, and the paging system is very close to the post system in terms of how we present information. Now we're looking at this page because you'll need to know that pages, when they're set up, are either set up as child pages or they're set up as parent pages. Now everything that you see here is not set up as a child page, meaning WordPress treats this as a category all by itself. Now, when we create a page, we can create a page that is a child of any of these pages, or we can set it up so that it is a parent page like all the rest. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start by clicking the Add New button. We're going to place our content into our post. We're going to get rid of some of this noise. Going to switch over to the visual editor. Going to make this again. We're going to do something with our subtitles, and we're going to hyperlink some of the information. Now, if you look to the right hand side, what you're going to notice is that we can determine that this can either be a parent page or it can be a child page, or we can determine what the parent page is, and you'll see all those pages before. So we want to make this a child page of the About category. We can do that. And when we click Publish, we'll actually see it. So let's go ahead and click Publish. And now let's go back to the All Pages area. And if you'll notice, that page is now treated as if it is a child page of the About section. So what we want to do now is take a look at the URL. And what you'll notice is that it's considered to be a child page. So you'll notice that there is the About section, and now there is our page name. So you'll want to take note of how the URL is going to appear when you actually do your pages in that way. Now there's one other aspect to our post that we'll need to take a look at. And what we can do is we can actually set a featured image that's going to appear at the top of our content. And so we can go and click this link and we can feature our content. Now it's not going to appear inside of the text as we did before. It's going to appear on top. So what we're going to do is we're going to click Update. And now we're going to take a look at our page. And you can see now that our page features the image at the top. So this is another alternative for you as you consider how you want your content to appear on your pages. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing automating marketing processes in WordPress. You're now looking at the Add Plugin section of WordPress, where we're going to discuss a more advanced feature of WordPress and being able to add in not only plugins that will change the functionality, but also plugins that will increase your automation over services that you're using in conjunction with WordPress. So for example, in the very same way that we did a search for different functionality, we can actually search for some of the services that we use in order to integrate them into WordPress. So for example, if we were to start with a keyword of Aweber, we would find that there are a number of developers with highly rated plugins that use Aweber and integrate it into our WordPress site. A number of marketers use services like GoToWebinar. GoToWebinar also has plugin functionality that automates some of the processes inside of WordPress. Some marketers use the service IFTTT, or If This Then That, and there are a number of plugins that will integrate some of that functionality into, again, your WordPress site. The same is true for GetResponse and for ClickFunnels. You'll find processes for Amazon, for eBay, and for Google AdSense. So as you begin to use services on your WordPress blog, one of the things that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to check to find out if there's an integration plugin that will help you to be able to enact some of these things faster and more efficiently. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about adding basic functions through WordPress. Now, you may run into situations where you are going to want to change some of the functionality inside of your WordPress site. And in order to do that, you are going to be looking to change some of the plugins. And to do that, you're going to go to your plugins area. And WordPress makes this very convenient to be able to do. And what you're going to do is you're going to start your search inside of WordPress. And you'll see that there's a keyword area right here. And what you can do is you can place the function that you're actually looking for. So, for example, you're trying to find some additional functionality so that you can add a forum. And so you might type in forum here. And WordPress will search for all of the plugins that can be used that will put a forum onto your site. And so you can actually see reviews and what you can actually add to your WordPress site by clicking the install button. Maybe you're looking for an appointment calendar. And so you're going to type in appointment. And once again, you're going to see all of the functions that you can add to your WordPress site. Now, this is not necessarily going to change your entire site into this, but it will add it to your WordPress site. So the way that you change the functionality first is you're going to start within WordPress. Now, of course, you can go and you can search in Google, you can search in Yahoo, you can search in Bing to try to find it, but this is going to be the very best place for you to be able to start because you're going to be able to see the reviews. You can do the same thing with themes. You can click Add New Theme. And what you can do is you can actually use what's called the feature filter. And you can start to look for themes according to the parameters that you want. And so if you are looking for a theme with 3 columns and you're looking for something that has a custom header, then what you can do is you can actually apply these filters. And WordPress will actually bring you back some of the themes that you will be able to use. Now, once again, all this does is change the basic look of your theme. If you want to change the functionality, you are going to want to use the plugins. Now, if you find that you've installed a plugin, now let's go to the installed plugins area, and you are uncomfortable with what it is doing on your site, what you can do first is you can deactivate the plugin. And what that will do is that will take out anything that you've done with that plugin on your site. You can then go on to delete that plugin, and that will delete everything that you have done with that plugin, and it will also take the plugin out of your site. Now, in some cases, you will need to do this because your site may not do what you wanted to do once you've installed a plugin. And so one of the ways that you investigate is to go back and take out plugins that you have put in if your site was working correctly prior to your installing it. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing changing the theme. You are now looking at your WordPress dashboard, and we have been using one particular theme. And so as we go back to the appearance area and go to the themes section, you're going to notice that WordPress comes installed with 3 different kinds of theming elements. Now, there are a couple of things that you can do. You can actually go and look for other themes, and you can do that by going to click the Add New button. And WordPress will give you some options as to other themes that you can add to WordPress. Now, these themes are actually going to be free to you, and they may indeed require some, but for the most part, you'll be able to get these themes and use them as part of your marketing efforts if you're willing to make some changes. And as you progress, you can actually go and purchase a theme that is closer to what you want. But as you just get started, you will be able to pick from these themes and implement them into your WordPress website. So in this particular case, let's use one of these themes. And all we'll need to do is to click the Install button. We can preview the site and see what it's going to look like. We can leave it. That'll take us back to the theming area, and we can try another one. And we can install, and then we can preview, and we can see if we like it or not. If we like it, we can choose to activate it. Now you'll notice now that our 2017 theme is no longer active, but this is our theme now. So if we go to our front page, our site's going to look different. Now what we can do is we can actually go back and we can change our theme back to the way that it was. And we do that by going back to our theme and then reactivating the theme that was there. Now, in order to find other WordPress themes, what we can do is you can do a Google search and you can actually just type in WP or WordPress theme and you'll have some alternatives that you can look through. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about using WordPress as a sales tool. Now, whether or not you use it in conjunction with your network marketing business, or you are selling products for your team or selling products for your prospects, you are going to want to be able to create attractive sales pages and to be able to do them from your WordPress website. And this is where you are probably going to have to either purchase a plugin or purchase a theme that will help you to be able to do that. And you can do that so that you can either add it onto your WordPress website, or you can have a theme that will actually be that will take over the entire look of your site. One system that a number of network marketers rely on is called OptimizePress. Now, while there are many systems that will give you sales pages, OptimizePress is a theme that will allow you to build business pages, whether it's for your front page or for things that you want to sell and offer to your customers. Once OptimizePress is installed inside of your WordPress website, you have a separate OptimizePress dashboard, and you start the process by creating a new page. OptimizePress gives you several templates in order to start with. They give you landing pages, which are templates, thank you pages, sales pages, webinar pages, membership pages, launch pages, and FAQ pages. And basically, these templates are going to be starter templates that you can use in order to build business pages. The other thing that OptimizePress does is build into it the email functionality that we have been talking about in other videos, as well as integrations for Google Analytics. And basically, everything that you do inside of OptimizePress will be a page that you will have created. And these pages are going to be used to either market your brand or sell a product or service. And as you can see, some of the templates can be used for the front page of your website. So in a template-based WordPress system, you would select a particular template, and the system would operate within WordPress. You will then be able to add in videos, as well as everything using a point and click and drag and drop interface. Everything within themes like OptimizePress are going to be fairly easy to customize, but also give you the ability to create attractive pages. So if it is your desire to create easy to use sales and marketing pages, you will want to consider thinking of getting some kind of page builder system. Now, obviously, the page builder system is not going to make sales for you, and it's not going to recruit people into your business. But what it will do is it will free up your time and help you to create something attractive for people to see and for you to focus your attention on marketing your business. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing specialized themes and plugins. Now, a WordPress theme can build in functionality to what it already does, but there are also specialty themes and plugins that will allow you to change the entire site. And this is important. As you notice, this website, this WordPress website, is built in a directory. You could, if you wanted to, build several WordPress sites in several directories and have them all on one domain name. You can even have one main WordPress site on your main domain, as well as building a satellite of sites around on your domain name. Now, what will this do for you? Well, this will allow you to have some specialty sites in some of these subdirectories. There is a free theme called BuddyPress that will allow you to take your WordPress site and turn it into a social network. Now, there's also a paid series of themes from a company called Premium Press. And the reason that this is notable, showing you the themes from Premium Press will give you a picture of what WordPress is able to do and what you are able to do with a WordPress website if you want to change the entire nature of it. So, for example, we will take a look at some of the themes within the Premium Press family. There are micro jobs themes that will turn your WordPress website into a site for people who are looking for small jobs like Fiverr and other outsourcing tasks. There are shopping themes. There are actually directory themes where you can have a site that will be a local directory. You can also have a dating theme. There are themes within Premium Press that will allow you to set up a download site. You can also set up a coupon site. You can set up a real estate site, as you can see. There are some video sharing sites which are entirely made just to share video. There are classified ad themes. There are auction themes. And then there are price comparison themes. All of these themes are part of the Premium Press family, and they will change your WordPress website into something entirely different than something that you would just be using for posting. There are themes for car dealers to sell their cars. There are job board themes. And so basically what you have here is you have the ability or the capacity to change WordPress into something that will allow you to build a website for a specialized function. And once again, you don't have to worry about damaging the credibility you have on one particular site. If you can find a use for these different functions of a WordPress theme, you can build them into a separate directory. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to set up your tracking systems inside of your WordPress site. You should now be comfortable with the plugin area. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take what we have learned and we're going to apply this to being able to set up our tracking with Google Analytics inside of our website. And so we can do that by going to the plugins area, typing in the keyword Google Analytics. And we're going to find a number of plugins available. So we're going to install this one. It says it's user-friendly and has good reviews. Once it's installed, we're going to click Activate. And now our plugin is active. So now what we're going to do is go to the left-hand side menu. You'll see that we have the Analytics plugin. And so what we're going to do is we're going to open up this area. We're going to need to give this plugin permission. And now what we're going to need to do is to go through the authentication process. We'll be asked to go to our Google Analytics account. We'll then be given an access code by Google. We're going to go ahead and paste that code in. We're going to do this off camera. And once we do that, then our code will be ready to add our tracking system to our site. And so for this plugin to work, what we're going to do is to write the name in of our property. And then we're going to click the Add button. And once we go through the process, we will have then added Google Analytics to our WordPress site. And we will now be tracking visitors. We will now be tracking people that actually take action on our website, and we'll be able to look at the reports right inside of our WordPress dashboard, which is what we want. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about securing your site content. You're now looking at the page creation area, and what we're going to do here, the same is going to be true for a post. Now, if we have content that we only want a certain number of people to see and we want to safeguard that content, there are some ways for us to be able to do that. And one of the ways that WordPress allows us to do this is for us to change the visibility to password protected. We will give our content a password, and then the only way that someone's going to be able to read this post is if they know the password. Now, if we have video that we're actually going to be doing, there are ways to even safeguard the video that we're doing. They don't necessarily pertain directly to WordPress. You can actually upload a video to Vimeo, and you can make it password protected. So you can actually password protect the video as well as password protect the post. Now, WordPress has some free solutions that do give you more flexibility in terms of how you're going to safeguard some of your content. One of those methods is going to be the use of the plugin S2 Member, which will help you to safeguard some of your content. Now, if you're willing to look at a paid plugin, there is the plugin MemberSonic, which is simple to use and not as expensive as some of the other plugins that do the same thing. This will allow you to integrate with networks like JVZoo and Warrior Plus in order to sell your content and to sell memberships. A solution that is less involved than MemberSonic is going to be Download Express. This will not be a membership site, but it will help you to safeguard your content. So it is a simple way to protect all of your download pages. Now, if you want to do time-based subscriptions and you want to safeguard your content that way, there are plugins that will be a little more elaborate. One is called Wishlist Member, and there are others like them. These plugins are for a full membership, and you're going to be able to do quite a bit with them. You just want to make sure that you really do need this level of complexity for your network marketing business. In the end, it will come down to what is going to be easiest for your team and your downline to be able to get from you, and you want to make it as easy for them as possible for them to be able to get the information they want and to succeed with it. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about setting up your support and contact forms. Typically within the WordPress theme that comes with your site, you will notice that WordPress will suggest that in order to have contact with your customers, in this case this would be your team members, you would need to try to find a plugin to add a contact form. And basically that would give you the kind of contact form someone could fill it in and you'd get an email notification. And you'll see a number of plugins available for contact forms to actually add to your WordPress site. One thing WordPress does not do by default is give you an option in terms of being able to set up the emails that WordPress sends out on your behalf, typically to your team members or your customers or whoever would be coming to your site or getting an email. Now, this has a downside for a couple of reasons. It's quite possible that you will not receive an email from WordPress, and this is because sometimes an internet service provider will literally block the emails coming out of WordPress coming from your server. And this would be the same thing that would be happening to your downline or whoever would be coming to your site to get vital information for you at a particular time. There are workarounds, and there are companies like SendGrid that will allow you to connect their server to your WordPress site so that your emails from WordPress will get delivered to your customers. However, this is not 100% foolproof. But there is a way around this in that you can set up a cloud-based support system. There are a number available. One such system is called Zendesk. When you link with Zendesk, what will happen is your downline or whoever is coming to you for information, they'll be able to submit a request and put in their email address here, and then your team member would just hit submit. Almost immediately, they would get acknowledgement from your help desk. You would be able to acknowledge almost immediately, and your team member would get instant acknowledgement. Now, the question will be, how will you be able to easily get this site connected to your WordPress website? Now, for the case of many of the support systems that we are talking about, you can add in integration into WordPress, Zendesk is just one of them. And as you can see, there are lots of integrations for Zendesk. And what you want to keep in mind is that your fast reply will typically be helpful to your downline, especially when they need information, and in some cases when you have new prospects who want to talk to you to enter into your business. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.